I have a topic list in my head that kind of exists.
All right.
We're gonna kind of see what happens. I don't know.
Hey,
Last,
that works too.
last
So
time we didn't have a topic list and it worked very well. I think that was
it,
actually a really good podcast.
it works. It works. We're all good.
See, don't worry. Worst case scenario, if things aren't going well, we'll do the ESPN thing. We'll just start arguing about who's the GOAT. It's kind of like what they do when they don't have anything else to talk about, you know?
Max Kellerman versus Stephen A. Smith.
I want Iguodala.
The New York Knicks are good.
Good. They are.
Yeah.
Julius Randle.
Julius
LeBron.
Randle.
You know what LeBron's doing? I figured it out.
What?
LeBron is making a Space Jam sequel to the sequel.
Maybe he's out in Hollywood somewhere and he's like recording the next part of the movie.
See, the segue game's still there. Even if it's been months, I still can do those.
You still got the rhythm of the segue.
It's flawless. You didn't even see that coming, see? It's just too good. We're just too good at this.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
I remember the last thing we said on our last one was, "Oh, we'll do this next week. Don't worry." And then it's May. It's May.
It's May. It's
May.
It's the 8th of May.
It's better than us not being back.
Yep. It's better. Yeah.
So yeah, this is an episode. I don't even know what number this is. I don't remember. But you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Letterboxd and at @Cullo_Deadpool. And of course, as always, I'm joined by.
Hey, I'm Alon. You can find me on Instagram with my new account I made, al.s233, and yeah, that's that.
There's the bottom of the screen or in the description. Don't worry.
It'll be somewhere there. Both are accounts.
And yeah, and then you can follow the actual account where I've actually been using that Twitter account for Comic Boy's Twitter account to say I recorded a video. Like I actually be typing that in when I do it. It's great. It's great. It makes me feel satisfied, you know?
Yeah, like completion of something.
Exactly. Like the Oscars. I was like, I'm going to rant. It also holds me accountable to make sure I actually make videos. See?
The Oscars. And they just had the lowest ratings this year. Nobody watched it. Number one, because there were no movies. That's probably the biggest reason, honestly. Nobody watched it. There wasn't as much competition as was hoped.
No, there was only a snub. Only one snub.
There was only one snub. I think the biggest reason why there was the lowest viewership in the Oscars was because of the lack of movies that came out throughout the year. I mean, there were some big movies like Tenet and
But did that get nominated for Best Picture? No.
Unfortunately not.
Should have.
Yeah, exactly. There was like Tenet, Nomadland, and a few others that I don't remember off the top of my head, but it wasn't big box office, remarkable.
I mean, there was no box office at all this year, so.
I mean, the only big movies that first come to mind that came out in 2020 is like Tenet and this wasn't in the Oscars, but Birds of Prey, obviously.
Wonder Woman.
There was Wonder Woman at the end of 2020. And
that's Godzilla.
There was a bunch.
Cut.
Yeah, that one too.
That was 2021 though, was it not?
I'm not too sure. But
all these days just blend together.
But yeah, that was the Oscars. Just pure boredom, honestly.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, a bit of it, and then I got bored after a while.
I watched the entire thing. And I made a whole rant thing about this afterwards because I was angry about the Academy being awful at their job to make people entertained. But yeah, that was a mess. But you know who was snubbed from the directing category? Who deserved? Also, by the way, I just gotta mention this. Sorry, but this was the first year in the history of me watching the Oscars where I watched the Best Picture movie before it won Best Picture.
Yeah. Wait, which one? What won Best Picture again?
Nomadland.
Oh yeah. Should have been Tenet.
The Nomadland director is actually the director of the Eternals movie. Just playing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Who is that? What particular director?
Chloe Zhao.
Okay. She is directing The Eternals.
Yeah,
Jeez. Okay.
which comes out at some point, I'm sure. Comes out in like November.
You know what? This is kind of not related to the Academy, but at this point, just release James Bond on demand or Prime. I don't know, because movie theaters aren't reopening anytime soon. So just
No, but see, America's movie theaters are reopening. Europe's movie theaters are reopening.
what about Canada? We got to see the movie too.
Oh, that's gonna be rough. That's not gonna happen, probably.
Just I don't know. Whoever directed that movie, just release it at home. It's
I mean,
honestly
it's not really
the most logical thing to do.
Like, I mean, there's the thing. If we can get movie theaters open, that would be ideal. You know, that's like, you know,
Yeah.
top notch ideal. And I mean, technically speaking, if it's going to release it, they're going to do a simultaneous release, so we'll technically be able to watch it on demand. But I'd much rather go to a movie theater. I never thought I'd say that ever.
That's the thing. That's the thing about James Bond movies. They're more like entertaining to watch in a movie theater compared to when you're watching it at home. That's the thing.
Aren't most things though?
Depends. Kind of depends. It kind of depends.
Like, okay, would you want to watch Endgame at home, or would you rather watch in a theater? Let's be honest.
Obviously in theaters, but considering the current circumstances.
Well, I mean, in a perfect world where the current circumstances aren't a thing.
In a coronavirus-free world, yeah, of course, who wouldn't want to watch Endgame?
2 years ago, when Endgame actually came out.
Any coronavirus-free world, yes, 100% Endgame in theaters. Who wouldn't want to watch Endgame in theaters for the first time? Yeah.
But yeah, theaters are weird right now. I want to go. It's like the first time I've ever said I miss going to a movie theater. No, it's like I don't want to go. I want to just watch it at home. Why can't they give it to me conveniently directly to my home? 2 years later of them doing that, I want to go back to the theater. Funny how that works.
Yeah, first time I went to the theater was back in August or something.
Tenet was the last time, I think.
Yeah, that was all the way back in summer.
And they shut it all down, and then no more.
They shut it down again, and the movie theater's been closed ever since.
Yeah, it's crazy. This year has been weird.
Yeah, particularly here in Toronto. If you're talking about somewhere outside of Toronto, then I think there's a couple movie theaters open. But if we're talking about in the city of Toronto, the theaters here have been closed.
Everything's been closed.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Yeah. But on the bright side, there's no bright. It's almost over, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what they've been saying for the last 2 years. So at some point, it's bound to come true, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like, every movie. You know how much movie news there's been in the last 5 months?
There's been a few big ones, and there's been a few that are kind of under the radar that they release on demand and such.
Yeah. I don't even remember what movie I watched in the last 5 months. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like I've watched so many movies, you know?
Yeah, you just kind of lost track of how many you watched.
Thankfully, I've Letterboxd.
Oh yeah. This is not a sponsored message, but please, Letterboxd, sponsor us.
They still won't sponsor us.
Please, we need it.
Give us your money. Just your support. But yeah, I mean, it's been weird. And wait, have you watched the Snyder Cut?
No, actually, no, not yet. How is it?
Okay. It's a DC movie, and it's just a DC movie. That's really all it is.
I have seen a couple promotions for it on TV, but nah, I haven't been able to fully watch. How long is it?
It's like 7 hours. No, it's 4 hours or something.
Let's see what Google's got to say.
4 hours, 2 minutes. That's my guess.
All right. So right here on the internet, it says 4 hours and 2 minutes.
Whoa, look at that.
242 minutes. Yes, Zack Snyder's Justice League is 4 hours and 2 minutes long. It even has 6 chapter titles to break up the movie.
It does.
Oh, okay. That's pretty smart.
The chapters are fake.
What? How are the chapters fake?
They're not real chapters. They just put a black screen. And also, by the way, it would be 2 hours if they decided to get rid of the slow motion. So yeah.
Oh, is there a lot of slow motion in that?
Just imagine having a slow motion scene and then copy and pasting it for 4 hours.
Oh my god.
Like that.
That's painful.
Everything's slow motion. You talking slow motion. Wonder Woman drinking a cup of coffee is in the same amount of slow motion as the Flash running.
Oh my
Think
goodness.
about that. Yeah.
So everything is in slow motion.
Everything.
Oh my god. When is that? When's that Black Widow movie coming out?
That Black Widow movie comes out in July.
July. This July?
This July.
In
On Disney
theaters?
Plus
On Disney
and
Plus. Okay.
theaters.
And in theaters? Okay. Interesting.
Theaters won't be open in July. Just telling you now. Not
Unfortunately,
happening.
they won't. So just resorting to Disney Plus then.
Yeah. Have you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
No.
Wow. You need to watch it. It's too good.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say good things about it, but
it's the best Marvel action since the Winter Soldier.
How was that WandaVision TV show?
I loved it.
Is it good?
I don't know. See, this is the thing, right? It's kind of like I was Marvel deprived until that show. So I don't know whether it's the fact that I was just needing something Marvel or if it was the fact that it was really good. And that'll be when I watch it again to figure out. But I liked it. I thought it was a good show.
That's good. What other Marvel shows are coming out soon?
Oh, soon. Loki comes out.
Loki, yeah.
And then What If comes out at some point.
Yeah.
Then Miss Marvel.
I think I saw promotion for Shang-Chi.
Oh, Shang-Chi comes out too. Yeah, they released a trailer.
Yeah.
And then Eternals.
They
released footage. And then they released a whole bunch of see, look, you're doing this. You're doing the segue thing. They released a whole bunch of promo stuff for Marvel stuff for the next whatever, like dates for things and logos.
Yeah.
It all looks nice. They announced something. They showed Eternals footage, like 10 seconds of footage, which is awesome because it looks good. It really looks good. And I know you're gonna love it because they're just creating cast in a movie. I remember that was one of the other things we talked about last time was how this movie is just them basically molding a cast for basically what you want. It's like, okay, gonna convert him.
What happened in that 10-second clip?
There were people standing in the dark, and then there was someone with Angelina Jolie had a sword, and that's actually I think. And then there's some other people standing. There's a lot of standing.
A lot of standing.
Got it. It's better when you watch it. It looks nicer, and then you realize it's two scenes of someone standing and Maleficent holding a sword.
All right, well I'll be sure to watch that then.
And then they announced Black Panther 2's title, Wakanda Forever.
Black Panther 2's called Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Can they be a bit more creative? We've heard Wakanda Forever quite a lot now.
Now, this is no way in relation to the fact that you don't like Black Panther.
No, it's not that I don't like Black Panther. It's just be a bit more original because we've heard Wakanda Forever. How many times did they say Wakanda Forever in the first Black Panther movie?
Someone has to. Okay, the internet's gonna have an answer. Someone on the internet counted every single time they said it. You know, and I know it's true.
Yeah, somebody did do that. But yeah, they could have been a bit more creative, honestly, a bit more original. I
mean, I think the way they're trying to do it in the sense of like, it's respect to Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Right? Because like this movie is going to basically be in a sense, a tribute to his legacy, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of why they made it that. Like that's why that title is the way it is. It'll be interesting to see how they do that because, he isn't there, and it's so weird, right? Like every time I think of the fact that he's gone and Black Panther's gone.
I think at the end of the Black Panther movie, like the second one, they're gonna do some sort of tribute to Chadwick Boseman.
100%.
That's for sure on their menu.
And I'm sure in the movie itself, they'll do a tribute to Black Panther, right, or T'Challa.
Yeah. So how are they gonna film? Are they gonna do the same thing they did with Carrie Fisher in Star Wars?
I think that's how. They haven't said anything. They just said we're not going to bring him back digitally. I wouldn't be surprised if they did do that thing where because I guarantee you they have footage of him dying in other, like in terms of like his character, right? Like I'm sure they have that footage somewhere. And just like how they had the Carrie Fisher footage from The Force Awakens, I'm sure you can do your movie magic and make the story work and
they have good technology. They have good technology for that, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're able to pull it off.
Yeah, they said they're not going to digitally bring him back like they did for Tarkin, I guess, in Star Wars. But they did. Yeah, I'm sure they'll do something. They'll be able to do that.
Yeah. You also mentioned that there was like something with this new Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home. Isn't that? I think that they just revealed the title.
Buddy.
I think that they just revealed the title, and then that was about it.
Well, also the Andrew Garfield. Did you hear that thing about Andrew Garfield?
Oh, what?
So there's been rumors for the longest time that it's a multiverse movie where Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and all of their universes kind of come back, right? Basically, again, just to kind of either make you love it or hate it, kind of, because we know opinions on Tom Holland, so.
I mean, it makes sense because J.K. Simmons was at the end of Far From Home as the.
And Sam Raimi's directing.
Yeah.
Or no, Sam Raimi's directing Doctor Strange. Wrong one. But Doctor Strange is going to be in Far From Home or No Way Home.
There's a few. There's like a comic book connection. There was quite a few where Doctor Strange appeared with Spider-Man. There's quite a few of them.
Yeah, and they're both cool characters.
Yeah.
So you know how much you love Tom Holland Spider-Man.
No, that's what you say. You say he's the best Spider-Man.
Oh, by far. Toby.
Regardless, because if J.K. Simmons was in Far From Home as the same role in his Tobey Maguire movies, I think it's probable. It's a good chance of it that there's going to be Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland all at once.
Well, Andrew Garfield had an interview, right, where he said, no. He also admitted he had a Twitter burner account, so basically Kevin Durant. Everything is just Kevin Durant. I guess that's the thing now. Like,
Stephen A. Smith is burner.
Like, at this point, I guarantee you every celebrity, has a burner account where they just, interact with people.
Yeah, and they just pretend to be somebody else.
It's 100. And so he basically, besides admitting to that, he was like, no, there's no way I'm in this movie. I've not gotten a call. And then he comes back and he's like, I don't know, I don't remember how it came out, but he basically backtracked that by saying, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying I don't think it's happening.
But yeah, if somebody says oh, I'm not in this movie, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, there's a good chance that they're in that movie.
Specifically for Marvel, if they do it for Marvel, especially when it's related to Spider-Man, because they know they're being watched by the Marvel assassins.
The Marvel assassins. Oh my god.
It's a thing. I'm telling you, it's a thing. You think Tom Holland is able to go anywhere now without being watched?
Yeah, everybody's on him. Everybody's watching him.
So,
don't spoil this, don't spoil that, or else you're gonna pay a fine for that. That's what they're doing to him.
Or they'll just take
The Marvel assassins will take him out.
Yeah. There's Tom Cruise doing it. Don't worry. That's what they got Tom Cruise to do.
Tom Cruise. Oh my god.
You're like, we know you don't want to be Iron Man, but how about we do this instead? It's much more fun. And Tom Cruise is like, fine. Not doing anything else.
Tom Cruise is about to be Iron Man.
Maybe he will be.
It's pretty crazy to think about that. He was also almost Iron Man, and then you never know how Tom Cruise was gonna do it, but Robert Downey Jr. pulled it off terrific.
But that's the thing, you can't think of anyone else in the role.
Yeah, it could have been Tom Cruise, but it looks like Downey Jr. is best for that role.
I mean, he was literally living the Tony Stark at the beginning of Iron Man 1 story.
Yeah.
So that kind of worked, right?
Even when he wasn't in character, he was still like Tony Stark.
Exactly. So it all worked out nice.
Yeah. Tom Cruise isn't as much like Tony Stark out of character.
No, he's not. He's more like the Marvel assassin out of character. I'm telling you, this is a thing. I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy. Okay, we're gonna come up with this conspiracy theory: the Marvel assassins.
The Marvel assassins.
They're gonna make a movie. Watch. They're gonna make a movie called Marvel Assassins. It's gonna happen. Watch.
What else? Oh yeah, there was there's a Space Jam trailer for LeBron's new Space Jam sequel. There was
Okay, is it just me, or does that movie look very much like Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, except with LeBron James?
It kind of does. It gives the same vibe. Like, it feels like Wreck-It Ralph, you feel like you're in a video game, and Space Jam.
The second one, which is Breaks the Internet, which is the one where they go on the internet.
It kind of feels like you're on the internet, and I can see what you mean, and yeah, for sure. And
except for LeBron James.
And the only difference is it's LeBron there.
And speaking of Spider-Man, I'm gonna connect the two now. See, look, Zendaya is voicing Lola Bunny in Space Jam and is in Spider-Man, obviously. So there's the connection.
Wait, Zendaya is voicing somebody in Space Jam too?
Lola Bunny, yeah. So
Oh,
the
okay.
female bunny.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh, you know what movie I watched?
Which one?
It was, I don't remember when. It was some point in the last few months. I watched the movie of Kevin Durant. One I should have probably watched a long time ago.
Oh, Thunderstruck.
That's the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched it. That was good.
It was pretty solid, yeah.
I mean, it was not good in terms of quality. It was just fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I liked watching Kevin Durant suck.
Yeah. You watch him be the best offensive player in the NBA all the time, so it was good to watch him in a movie just not be the best.
I mean, just look at the Bucks game if you really want to watch him not be the best. Not even joking. He looked like he was in Thunderstruck.
Giannis put the clamps on him.
Oh, that's the first time you ever heard anyone say that.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough putting clamps on Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
But there was a trailer for a movie called Wrath of Man with Jason Statham, and it came out this Friday in theaters, but it's supposed to come out on Prime Video soon. It's supposed to be an action movie as well. And you watched Without Remorse as well?
Yes, I was about to do that. As soon as you said action movie Prime Video, my mind went immediately to yeah. See?
What'd you think of it?
Okay, I really liked it.
Yeah.
It felt like it made me feel happy about movies again, you know? Like that really just said, this is the classic action movie, you know, that you want. And it was funny, right? Because when you think of a movie you like as soon as I started watching, I was like, yeah, this is that.
Yeah.
Like this feels like your movie, you know?
Action movies are back. Like that.
And not even action, but like military action, you know?
Yeah, that was good.
It did feel good. It was good to watch. It was a good movie.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan, he played John Clark really good.
He did. He's a good actor.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like those two parts, which one? It was near the start of the movie where one guy.
Spoilers, by the way, probably. I think.
Yes. Spoiler alert. I don't think this is much of a spoiler, honestly, because it's pretty insignificant characters. But like those two scenes with the one guy in Charlotte who got ran over by the car, and then the other dude in Atlanta who got shot in his car. That was number one. That was unexpected and shocking, honestly. I think that was probably like the biggest shocker in that entire movie, to be honest.
Yeah. I like the ending.
The ending was good. The ending was really good.
Wait, they are going to do a sequel, right?
I hope so. You
want them to?
Yeah. If they did a sequel to like Jack Ryan and such, then why not with John Clark?
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just feels weird to do a sequel. It's kind of like it feels like, I don't know, maybe this can be like a mini topic inside a topic, but like, do you think sequels are starting, and reboots and whatnot are starting to kind of ruin the original movie?
Yeah, they're kind of, because it's ruining the original product, you know?
Because it's like, sometimes it works. Like, for example, if you look at Marvel, right? Marvel knows how to make sequels, so they're so different from the originals that it doesn't feel like a sequel. It feels like its own movie, right? Like, no Marvel movie, besides Endgame and Infinity War to an extent, and even Infinity War is kind of on, besides literally just Endgame, every Marvel movie and every Marvel show even now, you can watch on its own without any knowledge of anything else. You can go watch something else, and it all works, right?
Yeah.
Like, Winter Soldier does not feel like First Avenger. Winter Soldier is one of the best Marvel movies in terms of action, in terms of everything, in terms of, like, just, it's a great movie, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got, you know, Civil War, which can somehow manage to be so much worse in every way.
Yeah. And aren't they making a sequel to Joker?
Maybe not. Yes,
because
no, we've heard everything now.
That's the issue with sequels. Joker, the first one, it was already such a great movie.
But why do a sequel? Like, why try to connect it? And like, if it's meant to be a one-off movie, don't ruin it.
Yeah, Joker was already undeniably one of the best movies in the year that it came out. So I don't necessarily see the point in the sequel, where sequels are known to kind of downgrade the original product.
And also, it's not like it needs, like, it's not like, you know, a sequel is going to add anything, right? Because I feel like the biggest thing that people forget to ask when they're like deciding to make a sequel is why.
Yeah, why? What more do you have to tell?
Like, if you want to do something else in terms of like that Joker kind of thing, Do a different character.
Yeah. I don't know, a different Batman villain or something. I don't know.
I mean, I've been saying this since the beginning time. Poison Ivy, climate activist. It works.
Poison Ivy, Penguin, or I don't know. Trying
If
to
you
think of
want
like
to
a
relate to society, you've got Poison Ivy being a climate activist. It works perfectly. Or Penguin. I don't know what Penguin thing is, but like in terms of Oscar bait.
Who else? Maybe who's another Batman villain? Like in
Two-Face?
who?
Two-Face.
They could have done Two-Face for sure.
Clayface.
Clayface as well. But yeah, the Joker. Yeah, the thing about
Riddler?
Joker. Who?
Riddler.
Riddler. Oh yeah, Riddler. That's one of the biggest ones. But yeah, the thing about Joker, it's already such a great, terrific movie that you don't need to make a second one.
Don't make a sequel.
Yeah.
That's my advice. If you're listening to this, don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's a bad idea. So
you're
what about
just gonna make it worse?
What about Black Superman? Speaking of reboots and sequels.
Black Superman. Isn't Black Superman in what's it called? The Snyder Cut?
No, that's heresy. No, Black Suit Superman.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Black Suit Superman.
I'm talking about
Snyder Cut.
Superman who's gonna be played by a black guy.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. I don't know. That doesn't really matter.
Because see, apparently what people are getting angry about is that you're doing a Kal-El story where he's just black instead of white, but instead of using characters in the comics who have actually been Superman but have actually had different Supermen, because like they even had different iterations of Superman. Obviously, like there was one I don't remember, but he was like the president, like Calvin. His name was Calvin, right? He was Superman, but he was black and he was the president, and it was kind of like, it was a different story with different villains, right? Rather than using the same character who you've seen 700 times, but then saying, look, now he's black. It's kind of like you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter necessarily if they're white or black. Just.
But it's like, you really want another Superman movie, basically, with the same character you've seen 700 times.
No, we've already seen the origin story of Superman quite a lot, so it's not really necessary. We've already seen a bunch of it that's really unnecessary, because pretty sure that I'm not trying to speak on all behalf of the entire fan base of DC, but pretty sure everybody knows the origin story of Superman.
No, the fan base of DC obviously does. No, you're speaking on behalf of the entire movie-going population at this point.
Yeah.
Anyone who's ever watched a movie, like, look, you go all the way back to the beginning of time with, Christopher Reeve's Superman to Man of Steel. If you're a person who doesn't know the origin of Superman, you need to reevaluate your life.
You gotta do some serious checkups, bud.
It's kind of like Spider-Man or Batman. Like, if you don't know the origin of Spider-Man or Batman at this point, like, come on.
Yeah, if you don't know what happened to Spider-Man and what happened to the parents of Batman and what that led to him becoming, just kind of you're kind of living under a rock.
The parents of Batman. Wait, what?
You gotta kind of living under a rock.
Let me guess. They got shot in an alley on the way home from a theater.
There you go.
And there was pearls.
There was pearls, yes.
See, I know this. See, like, it's at this point, it's like you've got so many characters, yet you continue to try to use the same 3 or 4 characters over and over. Like, at least Marvel for Homecoming said, yeah, we're not even going to show Uncle Ben or any of that because you know this stuff already.
Yeah, you know this already. That was smart.
So why would we show you this stuff again? It doesn't make sense.
We see it in the comics. We see it in the Tobey Maguire trilogy. We started with Andrew Garfield. There's
We've seen it every Spider-Man show ever.
Yeah, there's no need to show it once again. Like, the fans already understand.
I mean, Batman. DC doesn't understand what not showing Batman's parents dying again is. They showed it in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, they showed it in Joker too.
And in Joker, I forgot about that.
Like right at the end of the movie.
And in Gotham, like there's like the whole plot of Gotham.
Yeah, right at the end of the movie, Joker.
Where do they not show it?
What?
Has there ever been a point where Batman's in a movie where they haven't shown it?
Oh boy.
The fact that we can't think of one is kind of sad.
Any of the Dark Knight trilogy?
No, they showed it at the beginning of that. Batman Begins, 100%, and I think the Dark Knight might have shown it again.
So they're being a bit too repetitive then.
Oh, the entire Arkham series showed it?
Yeah. Even the video game. I don't think the video game actually showed it.
Yeah, they did.
Arkham Arkham Knight or Arkham Asylum?
I think Asylum. No, the one before that. Origins showed it.
Oh, because in Arkham Asylum, they didn't show it. It just
No.
jumped straight in.
Yeah.
But
I think Origins showed it. Origins might have shown it. I could be wrong about that, but it's been
Yeah, in Arkham Asylum, you just jump straight into being Batman.
I feel like they flash back to it at some other point in the series.
Yeah.
Maybe Night.
Probably. Yeah, one of those times.
But yeah, I mean, movies are weird. That's more to say right now. There's something else big that I was going to talk about.
Oh boy, I don't remember necessarily.
Wait, phone time. Let's get my phone. Okay, here's my phone.
Well, I do remember that Keanu Reeves started filming John Wick 4 out in Germany.
Yes, that was the thing.
The only inference that I can probably understand is that they're expanding into Germany, probably like Frankfurt or Berlin or Munich, Hamburg, one of those places. And it's probably where the Continental's going to expand to, because we saw in number 2, it was in Italy. In number 3, we saw in Morocco, and number 4 is probably going to be somewhere in Germany.
Yes, and we're going to get to see it, and the Continental series as well, which I'm actually very excited for.
And the ballet series as well, which is
basically
the origin of John Wick. Because in the 3rd, you saw the director. She said, "Oh, you got some old memories here, eh?" When she was giving him a tour of that old ballerina studio. So yeah, looks like that's where there was the birth of John Wick.
Yeah, I just realized how many movies I watched. God, not that many. Kind of disappointing. Yeah, I'm actually excited for John Wick, the Continental specifically. John Wick 4 is gonna be great. It's gonna be better.
John Wick 4, things just get more screwed up from there. That's what's so awesome about it. It's just been so messed up ever since John Wick 3. Just things get more and more messed up from there. And John Wick 4, like, something's about to go down. That's what's happening.
Great when it does.
Something's about to go down. That's the best way to put John Wick 4.
That's the other one.
What?
Mission Impossible 7, 8, I think, right?
Mission Impossible 7 and 8, yeah. There were pictures released from Empire today.
The train.
With the train, yeah. Looks like that's gonna be probably the big stunt.
What if that is?
I don't know how you could top a train.
What if it's really a movie about the Marvel Assassin? Okay, I'm gonna stick with this now. I'm sticking with this. What if it really is a movie about the Marvel Assassin? What if they reveal Tom Cruise is secretly being the Marvel Assassin in all those movies? Think about it.
That would be probably the biggest plot twist, a bigger plot twist than the one that happens in Spider-Man Homecoming, when we find out that the Vulture is Liz's father.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Far From Home when his identity is revealed.
Yeah, if Tom Cruise is the Marvel Assassin, that's the biggest twist in Marvel history.
Also, the Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, there's another. Oh yeah, the Suicide Squad. Yeah, facts. What's that been going? Oh yeah, I think there was a trailer released actually.
2.
Yeah, there's 2.
Yeah, and it looks good.
It looks pretty good, yeah.
When's it coming out?
When does it come out?
This year.
This year. It's like probably sometime around October, September or something.
Well, let's look it up.
Our good friend.
2021 July 30th.
30th of July, okay.
Yeah. And then the Batman comes out in 2022.
That's with Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Yeah.
As the Batman. And then what other movies come out this year? Wait, Spider-Man doesn't come out this year. This is wrong. Oh, by the way, I remember another thing we talked about, 5 months ago, or at some point in one of our last podcasts. We talked about how, remember when we kept joking about how The Flash would never start filming?
Oh yeah, and then we said like they leave Ezra Miller or something at the studio alone.
Yeah, because they're like because they said they were going to start filming them and the pandemic hit. And we were joking about how they would just tell Ezra Miller, yeah, we're going to be in the studio, don't worry.
Yeah. And then Ezra Miller is there and he's like, where is everybody? Hey?
So they actually started filming that.
They did?
Yeah, it's actually happening. Apparently, I don't know.
Looks like they watched one of our podcasts and then they were like,
They
okay,
did.
you know what? It's time to start filming. We're gonna prove these people wrong. We're gonna see Ezra Miller in the studio. Let's get this thing rolling.
Yeah. And so yeah, apparently I think they're filming or they're they're doing something. All I know is something's going on with Ezra Miller and Flash movie. Oh yeah, Michael Keaton is there too right now, so they're
Oh,
filming.
okay. A little bit of Batman there. A
Yeah,
little bit
they're gonna show the parents dying again, the usual.
yeah. They're gonna show the
Gotta
pearls.
go with the usual,
A little bit of Batman, a little nostalgic.
Nostalgic, annoying, all of it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna release it for us to watch.
Finally, a Flash movie. After
Or they won't release it. It'll never come out.
They're gonna do it like with what they're doing with James Bond. Just keep pushing it back.
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever and ever, with no end.
What else has happened in the world, in movies? I mean, oh wait, also the whole Joss Whedon scandal thing.
What's been going on with big old Joss?
So from today, Gal Gadot. So have you heard what's happening with Ray Fisher?
What?
Ray Fisher, the guy who plays Cyborg. Have you heard what he's been saying?
What?
So for the last, I'm gonna catch you up now. So for the last, since Justice League, the first one came out, the original one.
Yeah.
Ray Fisher, the guy who plays Cyborg, is talking about how Joss Whedon and all the Warner Bros. Have been out to get him from the beginning, right? He's been talking about, and he's been like, trying to fight the power in a sense, and Joss Whedon and everyone at Warner Bros. For helping take him down, right?
For what?
For like being abused, like using their power to abuse him.
Physically or mentally?
Like they would like tell him things like Joss Whedon, for example, would apparently say things like, if you don't do what I want you to do with Cyborg, then I can, I can end your career and stuff like that.
Oh my God, that's just.
And then apparently all of Warner Bros. Was helping him, even though they all said we did an investigation and there was nothing. Yeah, like Joss Whedon is in trouble, but no one else really did anything. But then so Gal Gadot came out today and said that and confirmed that Joss Whedon was threatening her on the set of Justice League as well. And he said, quote, he threatened my career and told me that if I did something, he'll make sure my career will be miserable. And I just took care of it on the spot.
Yeah, whatever happens to Joss Whedon right now, he deserves it. He deserves all the bad things for just trying to abuse Gal Gadot and Ray Fisher like that. It's just unacceptable.
And I'm sure the rest of them too. It's just.
Did like Ben Affleck come out and say something?
I don't think he doesn't say much though in general.
He's a relatively quiet dude.
Kind of is there.
Yeah, he's a quiet dude. He doesn't like to talk about his personal things much.
Warner Bros. Is messed up. They make they need. Yeah. Marvel is good. Warner Bros. Not so much. They're kind of struggling right now.
Marvel's been stable with good chemistry.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason they got rid of Joss Whedon.
Yep.
They wanted to give Vision a penis.
They didn't want Joss Whedon to bring his problems that he's causing at DC over to Marvel.
Did you wait? I don't know if you heard about this. So he actually wanted to give Vision a penis. I'm not even joking. I wish I was, but I'm not.
Oh my God, Joss Whedon is clinically insane.
Apparently, that's what he wanted. Vision. You know in Age of Ultron when he comes out for the first time of that pod thing that he was made in.
Yeah.
They wanted the whole like full frontal thing going on, and apparently Marvel decided, yeah, we're not really into that whole thing, so
we're not that rated R. So we're gonna have to drift away from that.
It's unnecessary,
Joss Whedon is an insane dude. Honestly, he's kind of crazy.
You wonder why they fired him.
Yeah, now I understand why Marvel fired him.
They're like, yeah, so you can go do that with Justice League. We're gonna just make our movies here, okay?
Wasn't Joss Whedon fired from a movie or something?
Well, I mean, he was fired after Avengers 2.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
And then later, Warner Bros. Said, hey, you made Avengers movies. We don't know why they fired you, but we're just going to take you in and let you make our Justice League or fix our Justice League movie. And then we know how that turned out, and then, now we're back here. So,
stupidest decision ever by Warner Bros.
Oh, you made those movies? How they come work for us? I don't know why they fired you and said, we never want to speak to this man again. I'm sure it was nothing bad, right? All good stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What else is there?
If Disney fires you, you know it's bad. Unless they rehire you like they did for Zack Snyder.
Like,
Or not Zack Snyder, sorry.
you
James
messed
Gunn.
up big. Like, you messed up big if Disney fires you.
And doesn't rehire you like James Gunn. They rehired James Gunn despite the fact that he did some pretty bad stuff.
He did some pretty messed up stuff.
Also, Drax is dying.
What?
Yeah. There was this whole thing where basically, what was it? You know the guy who plays Drax?
Dave Bautista, yes.
Yeah, him. So he basically came out and said, hold on, I'm gonna find the thing. Give me a second. It was this stuff about how like he's not gonna be playing Drax anymore.
Why?
Here I'll find it. It's coming. Stalling. I find it. It was some very deep hitting stuff, or maybe I was just exhausted when I read it. It was one of the two. And God, why does he retweet so many things? Oh, here you go. So there's this IGN article saying Guardians of the Galaxy 3 might be the last time we see Drax in the MCU. Then Dave Bautista quote tweets that saying, "Wait, nope, this was hold on, I got the hold on, Bautista, hold on, I'm gonna find the whole thing. Oh, here it is, maybe, yes, maybe, wait, no, okay, I don't know how this Twitter thing works. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Watch what's gonna happen.
All
right. This Twitter thing is kind of.
Well, then, if he's saying that he isn't going to continue playing Drax, then that probably means he's going to be killed off when the opportunity opens itself up.
Wait, but not fully. Okay. Okay, here we go. So I don't know what the script of the third film is, to be honest with you. There was a script years ago, but that obviously is going to have to change because the whole direction of the Marvel Universe has changed. But Bautista said he's unlikely to appear as Drax in any other form beyond that, including a spin-off movie. There were talks for a while about a Drax and Mantis film. It was really because it was James Gunn's idea. He really wanted to do a Drax and Mantis film. He laid it out to me. I thought it was such a brilliant idea, but I haven't heard any follow-up from the studio. I don't think they're very interested, or it doesn't fit into the way they have things mapped out. But other than that, no. I mean, as far as my obligations, I've got Guardians 3, and that's probably going to be the end of Drax.
Yeah. So he's probably going to like kill himself off in that movie.
But that wasn't it. Then it all came out in an article, and people were like, okay, so Drax must be dead, going to die, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he says, then he decides, no, we're going to mess this narrative up a little bit more. Drax isn't going anywhere. He just won't be played by this dude. By the time, referencing himself obviously as this dude. By the time G3 comes out, Guardians 3, I'll be 54 years old, for God's sake. I'm expecting everything to start sagging any second now.
Yeah, it's getting old. Aging. It happens.
So this is clearly, this tweet came out because the Marvel Assassins were getting to him. I'm not going to let that go at this point. I'm just going to run with this now. Because, he revealed the plan, right? So then they had to, have the Marvel Assassins make him go back on what he said. And then James Gunn quote tweets that and says, "There's no Drax for me without you, buddy. You are the MCU's Drax the Destroyer, and as far as I'm concerned, could never be replaced. And you have the right to do whatever you want with your acting choices." Right? Because he says Drax isn't going anywhere. I'm just not playing Drax anymore, right?
Oh, okay.
And then, right, because that's what he starts with. Drax isn't going anywhere. He just won't be played by this dude, referring to himself. Then James Gunn is like, "No, but there's no Drax without you." He's like, "I'm not gonna." And then Dave Bautista's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna quote tweet that and say, and there's no Drax for me without you, brother. Hashtag end of a journey. I love you, dude."
So it's kind of like an Edward Norton situation where he was recast and Mark Ruffalo was cast as the Hulk, except...
Or he's gonna die, or something's gonna happen, or maybe he'll just go off into the universe and we'll never hear from him again until he's like 95 years old and comes back for Avengers 7. Let's be honest. No, you're never done. Marvel signs you to a lifetime contract. When Avengers 75 comes out and they want to bring back everybody, you've got to come back.
Yeah.
No matter how old you are, you just got to put on the makeup and you got to come back to make the audience clap a little bit.
A little bit, a lot.
Robert Downey, they're gonna wait till Chris Evans is actually old and then bring him back as Captain America.
You know, that one particular scene where it shows an old Captain America, I thought that was Clint Eastwood.
I know.
That looked exactly like Clint Eastwood.
It did, but it's just old Chris Evans.
It was just Chris Evans with a bit of movie magic, makeup, prosthetics, shenanigans, and CGI. But yeah,
the most important part.
It looked like Clint Eastwood.
And speaking of Captain America, see, look at these segues. I mean, they're flawless.
Amazing, immaculate.
They're doing Captain America 4.
They are? What?
Yeah. Because if you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even though you know what was going to happen by the end. Take a guess what happens at the end.
What?
With Falcon. What does Falcon become at the end?
The Captain America.
Yeah.
And they're going to do that, like Falcon Captain America.
You've got to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision.
I'll try getting around to it.
You got to do it. They're both good, but they're also important for like the whole context of things, right? But like, yeah, they're making a 4th movie with him as Falcon, Captain America Falcon. I mean, and that's gonna be good too.
Yeah, it will for sure. Who's directing?
The same person who directed Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay, so that should be pretty good then.
Or maybe it's someone involved in Falcon and the Winter Soldier is involved in this. I don't know if it's the writer or the director.
Yeah, so it should be pretty good.
It is, and again, those action scenes, flawless. Best Marvel action. Marvel has okay action, but Winter Soldier and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, best action scenes.
Best, for sure.
Apparently, if you get the John Wick guys to help you with your action scenes, you're gonna have good action scenes. Who knew?
Yeah. Maybe they can hire the choreographers for like John Wick to help them out.
Yeah.
That'd be very smart.
They hired the writers or something. They hired someone involved.
Yeah, they hired somebody involved with one of those kind of John Wick movies.
Involved with John Wick, you're gonna get good action because John Wick has good action. It's like
best action.
Yeah, those guys have been getting good work though.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey, they hired people who had to do with John Wick. They also can do Deadpool 3.
Yeah, Deadpool 3 was directed by the same. Deadpool and Deadpool 2 were made by the exact same dudes who made John Wick. Like same studio, same directors, all that.
Did Fox make John Wick?
Not Fox, but like who was it? Not online. Regardless, same director, same producer that made Deadpool and Deadpool 2 are the exact same dudes who made the John Wick trilogy.
Oh, Deadpool was not done by the same dude. John Wick dudes were Deadpool 2, not 1.
Wait, who? Wait, hold on. There were 2 directors on John Wick, and I think only one of them stayed for Deadpool 2. That's what I can remember.
Yeah, the Deadpool 1 is done by a completely different dude, whose name has escaped me. Because they were essentially there for the action, and then Ryan Reynolds was self-directing, right? That was the whole thing.
Here it is, yeah. David Leitch, okay. Yeah. David, yeah, there he is. He directed John Wick and Deadpool. Yeah, it was by some other dude.
Tim Miller,
yeah. What movies does this guy do?
Tim Miller's done Terminator.
Oh, Terminator Dark Fate, yeah, there we go. Sonic the Hedgehog. He's doing Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah.
Escape from Pretoria. No clue what that is.
He did The Old Republic. And he was involved with Scott Pilgrim as a visual effects person.
Born in Fort Washington, Maryland. Nice.
I love how that's where we go to. Just like, where was he born?
Fort Washington, Maryland.
I just want to know where someone's born.
Yeah, but that's yeah. So it explains why Deadpool's action was so pretty cool, because of the same dude who made John Wick was the same dude who directed that movie.
Wait, why was this in my thing? Why was I ever?
What is that? Dark Phoenix?
It's in my like search history for IMDb. I don't know why I looked it up.
Dark Phoenix was way too hated on, honestly.
Way too hated. I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything. I refuse to watch it. It looks bad.
It's obviously low level, but
it's low quality, but it's good.
It's low quality, but not as low quality as people say. It's okay. Like it was okay. That's all I'll say. It was okay.
Oh look, I have Kevin Durant's IMDb page after too.
After watching Thunderstruck.
I can tell you when I watched it too, because Letterboxd, pretty cool thing.
What movies have you watched? Let's do that one particular segment What did we watch? Which movies?
April 12th is when I watched Thunderstruck.
April 12th. Nice.
So like a month ago.
Yeah. Yeah. A bit less than a month. Yeah.
So when was the last time we did one of these? Ooh, to the YouTube, because I'm gonna count how many movies I've watched.
All right.
You should use Letterboxd.
Hold on. I'm gonna go to my Prime and Netflix so I can find which ones I watched.
Letterboxd combines all of those things together.
Yep.
If they could just sponsor us, I mean, we're basically doing it for free, so we might as well just.
Let's see.
Where's our YouTube channel? We have one, right? Yes, we do. It's here somewhere. Flight? Nope. Too far down. You know when you get the Flight, you've gone too far down in your subscription list. You know?
Hold on. Oh wait. Prime. There's Prime. Okay. So yeah, I got the movies here. Nice.
And I've got the last day we did a podcast, which was.
When did we last do a podcast?
It is on 4 months ago.
4 months ago. Yeah.
December 31st, 2020.
Oh, then probably we did like best movies of 2020.
No, we didn't.
Oh.
You know why? Because I remember at the end of that podcast, we said, we're going to do this next week, right? So we don't have to do the best movies until next week.
Yeah.
And that next week never came. December, what did I say? 20-something? 31st. So since the 31st of December, I've watched 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. Let's see.
30 movies. 31 actually, because I just watched a movie I didn't put on here.
Let's hear them.
Oh, you want me to name all of them?
Give like a comprehensive review of the best ones and name all 31 of them.
Name every single one?
Yeah.
I don't know what's the record. Where was I? Okay, yeah, here. So I watched the Roald Dahl movie, The Witches.
Yeah.
I watched Crazy Stupid Love.
Uh-huh.
I rewatched Deadpool.
Uh-huh.
I watched Malcolm and Marie.
Okay.
I watched the SpongeBob Sponge on the Run movie.
Yeah.
I rewatched Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Uh-huh.
I watched the Flora and Ulysses movie on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I watched Tom and Jerry.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
I watched a movie called Perfect Sisters, god awful movie, but it was related to a case I was doing in law class, so
yeah.
Watched it. I watched WandaVision, which I count as a movie.
Uh-huh.
I watched this random weird movie called Yes, God, Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just leave it at that. I watched Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah.
I watched Public Enemies.
Uh-huh.
It's got Johnny Depp and people. You've seen it, right?
I heard of it.
You haven't seen it?
No, just heard of it.
I didn't like it. I wrote like a whole big I actually assigned blame for each part, from Christian Bale's agent to the cast apart from Bale, because Bale was the only good part of this movie, the director, the studio, the writers. See, I gave everyone their own criticism. Yeah. I told Bale's agent to go leave and find a new job because he messed up. I watched Cherry, the movie with Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland.
I watched Can't Buy Me Love. I don't know why, but I did. I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Obviously.
I watched One for the Money.
Yeah.
I watched Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
I watched Boogie Nights.
Right.
I watched Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Yeah.
I watched School of Rock.
School of Rock, yeah.
I watched Network.
Okay, yeah, Network, yeah.
I watched Thunderstruck.
Uh-huh.
I watched Journey 2.
The one with Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched The Last Airbender movie.
Yeah.
I did this whole Avatar thing where I watched it all in like 2 weeks. The Avatar movie is garbage, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. The Last Airbender, yeah. And the TV show.
The whole Avatar
the TV
thing?
show. And the animated TV show was kind of bad too.
Ooh, you're gonna get
I know I'm gonna get some flames. I'm gonna get some flames, but I had to say I wasn't a big fan of the
I loved it. I loved it. I don't know, because there was this point where I had a broken thumb for like a good week of the first week of April break, right? And I couldn't play video games, or type, or do anything. So I was just and I was like, I need something that'll keep my mind occupied for a week because I have a broken thumb. It literally magically broke. I swear, like it was the most random thing. Like I didn't do anything to it. It just broke. It was weird. So I was like, I need something to do. And someone has been telling me to watch Avatar for a while. And I was like, fine, I'll watch it. I really enjoyed it. Maybe it was because I was bored. I don't know. It was a good show.
Yeah.
And so I watched it all. And then I made a video on it. I realized that apparently Avatar's got like a very big following.
Mhm.
And so it got likes and views and stuff. So I'm. And then I watched The Legend of Korra.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which was not as good, but was good.
Yeah.
And then I watched the Avatar movie, which is, not good at all.
Not the best.
My review was literally just the turd emoji. That was just. And then I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then I watched The War with Grandpa for some reason.
Yeah.
And then I watched Tom Clancy's Without Remorse.
Yeah.
And then just today, like the 5 to 10 minutes ago, or an hour ago at this point, I finished Mitchell's versus the Machines. It's a movie you make when you're on drugs, but
All right, what was the best one out of all of
them? Are we let's just for the sake of not counting things, we're not going to count the Marvel TV shows, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's hard, actually. Boogie Nights, probably.
Boogie Nights?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Give us another review of two of them.
Oh, and a Network. And Network, that was good.
Network? What else?
Boogie Nights, Network, Thunderstruck was okay.
Nice.
Some of my reviews are not very good, but damn, this one was long. Boogie Nights, yeah. Which I actually called this one my favorite PTA movie, so that's good. Also, I hate Mark Wahlberg, and you know how much I don't like him. You know I don't like him. I find him very annoying, but I didn't hate him. Actually, there's two movies I haven't hated him in so far: The Fighter and this one.
Oh my god.
The Fighter was his best role. You can't even deny that.
That was for sure. Yeah.
And then, that was a good movie. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I said it was fun. Yeah. I even mentioned this is the second movie I didn't hate with Wahlberg. And that's the other thing, guys. So after I watched this movie, right, it made me realize something. It's like this would fall in the kind of once upon a time in Hollywood tier of movies, of like Oscar movies.
Yeah.
Because I think this was snubbed from everything. Where it's like those fun Oscar movies which people would actually like, right? But then, because like there was this time when there were good movies nominated for things.
Mm-hmm. Whereas today, kind of trash movies are nominated for things.
Well, because like the point was, like I think the point of them adding the new slots, like to the Oscars for Best Picture, was to actually make it so that there are more good movies nominated, right?
Yeah.
But it just didn't work. They just put more not, and that's I'm not gonna go into Oscars right now, but yeah. The Network was good. I called it a movie of monologues. That's just a movie of monologues.
Mm-hmm.
And angry and passionate speeches, which are seemingly deep commentaries on life and business. And it wasn't even just Howard Beale. It was everyone, literally with a speaking role, was just giving seemingly deep monologues. And I think that sums up that movie pretty well.
Yeah.
And then Thunderstruck is just sort of fun. Reese Witherspoon's good at acting. Apparently actors are good at acting.
Yeah, Thunderstruck was just one for fun to kind of enjoy in a way.
What about you? I'm gonna put you on the spot now. What about you?
All right. Where's my prime? Let's see. Okay. So I watched. Okay, I'll start with my Netflix and according to what's on here. Okay, so I watched Free State of Jones, Ted 2 and Ted, which are absolutely hilarious. I watched Den of Thieves. I watched Contagion. I watched a movie called Greenland, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, you told me when you watched that. I was gonna watch it, and then I never ended up.
I think you'll like it. It's good.
Yeah, it feels like a good movie.
And Black Hawk Down. I rewatched Interstellar.
Yes.
State of Play, Two Guns, Green Zone, Papillon, Black Klansman. I watched The Mule.
Ooh.
And I watched Captain Phillips. And I watched Tom Clancy's Without Remorse. I watched Marauders, Black and Blue, and Arkansas.
Hey, that's a good list.
Yeah. And out of all of these ones, I enjoyed the most I like Black and Blue, Arkansas, Without Remorse, and Free State of Jones.
Yeah, that fits.
Yeah, Black
So
and
give a
Blue.
review for two of them. Choose two.
All right, I'll do one for Without Remorse, and I'll do one for, let's say, I don't know, Black and Blue. So for Black and Blue, it was a good 8 out of 10. And then Without Remorse, I give it 9 out of 10 because Black and Blue, it had a lot of really interesting plot twists to it, and it really depicted the horrible truth about the hood in New Orleans and how corrupt it is, and just how corrupt Louisiana is. And then Without Remorse, just
Is it like Detroit? Black and Blue?
no, not so much. No,
In terms of the concept, like of
no, not so much actually. Black and Blue is more of like a police action movie.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and Without Remorse, just amazing, honestly. Just
It was fun.
it was very fun. Yeah.
Fun. Weird. We're talking about movies where people end up getting shot multiple times.
John Wick.
But that's the thing. Okay, that whole thing about the dying of the family, that just sounded very John Wick, right?
Yeah.
Also, we all knew who the guy who was the bad guy was, right, from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty obvious, but it was fun. So,
Yeah, you think he's the bad guy, and then you realize like he's actually not that bad.
no, I mean like the bad guy, like the guy who ends up dying in the car.
Oh yeah.
Like, did you call that from the beginning?
Nah.
You didn't really?
No, I didn't notice that.
As soon as you bring in a sketch politician, you know it's done. A seemingly nice politician, you know they're bad.
Yep.
Kind of spoilers, but yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. All those movies I watched, like Arkansas, Free State of Jones, I'm sure you recommend Without Remorse too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Ted.
Wait,
if
did
you're
you watch
looking for a good
Godzilla? You did, right?
Oh yeah. Also Godzilla, yeah.
I completely forgot about that one too.
Yeah. Godzilla was pretty good. That was a pretty good movie too.
I didn't hate Millie Bobby Brown in it. That's another person who I don't
She's
like.
always so annoying.
Yeah, she wasn't that bad in this though.
She was okay.
It was too little. Oh, and did you hear? That's the other thing. They announced the continuing of the MonsterVerse.
Who's coming along now? Ghidorah?
Baby Kong.
Baby. Oh my
Son
god.
of Kong. Sorry, Son of Kong.
Oh my god. What the hell? What is
Hey,
happening?
more movies. So.
Son of Kong? Oh my god.
Wait, I wrote something funny in my review for Godzilla vs. King Kong, and I was very proud of it. It was like, one of those moments where I was like, I'm proud of myself. Hold on, we're gonna find it. And I think I actually made a review of this because someone actually asked me make a review of this, and I was like, you want me to talk into the microphone? Okay. Oh right, the axe in Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
You tell me that you didn't think of Stormbreaker right away.
I was kind of thinking about Stormbreaker, yeah.
And I start off by saying, now I know Legendary wants me to talk about the complex characters they spent so much damn time developing, but instead I'm just gonna completely ignore that because I don't want to watch the movie for the damn characters. This is the thing people have to realize: monster movies are for monsters.
Yeah.
If I wanted humans, I would watch human movies. I don't care about these characters' lives. It doesn't matter to me. I want to watch monsters fighting each other in the city.
Exactly.
Also, I can't wait for the sequel to this one, which is going to be called Titan League.
Titan League?
It's a joke because this movie is so much like Batman vs Superman, and the follow-up to that one was Justice League. So and so it stands to reason that the follow-up to this would be Titan League, and then we're going to get a 4-hour Wingard cut of Titan League.
Oh my god.
Where Kong's going to show up in a black suit with a beard.
Like Superman in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah. And then he came out later and said, okay, and this is the other thing we just got to clarify right now to make sure everyone understands perfectly well who's listening to this. Just because a director says they have 4 hours of footage doesn't mean anything. Every director since the beginning of time has 4 hours at least of footage. There's a reason only a movie's are only 2 hours. They don't just film the 2 hours and say that's it. They film lots of movies so they can have things to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, directors who say, "Oh yeah, we had 4 hours, we had to cut it down." That's kind of the point of movie making. You know, just I feel like people literally think the way a movie is made is you just roll the camera for 2 hours, then you cut and it's done, and you just
Done.
release it.
Yeah.
People don't realize they like even when like did you the mini scandal that came out when it turned out that people realized for the first time that Marvel does animated mock-ups of their movies before they're filmed. And it's like, yeah, The Matrix did that too, because
every movie,
every big blockbuster with a lot of CGI does it.
Yeah, obviously.
Do you think in a few months they managed to, completely create a world? Like, come on, people. I feel like people don't understand how movies are made, and then they cry, and they're like, wait, Marvel's making movies so much in advance. Like, yeah.
People got to use their brains, honestly.
Like I literally think people believe that the way a movie is made is the director just turns on the camera, the actors act everything out, the director turns off the camera, and then they put it in theaters. I legitimately believe that's how people think movies are made, or something like that. I don't think they realize, especially for a movie like an Endgame, where it's like, first of all, it's 3 hours. Second of all, it's like making a movie, like the hardest part of making a movie is making it only 2 hours or 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the point of storytelling. Like if you could just record for a movie for 7 hours, it wouldn't be much of a there'd be no extra work involved because you wouldn't have to make the story so it fits nicely together, right?
Yeah.
If you could just show everything, then what's the point of editing and filmmaking in general? That's just a documentary.
Oh my goodness.
People confuse me, I swear. It's people like they just assume like it's just like a filter on the camera. Like you put it on and suddenly everything looks like super. Or they think even more, right? Because it's like even when the like every time the pictures of like actors in a green room are released, and in like a Marvel movie, let's say, right? They release a picture of like Robert Downey Jr. in a green suit in a green room, and they're like, oh my God, Marvel makes everything fake. What do you think is Jerry putting on an iron suit and flying to space? Like,
my life has been a leak.
It's not real? You mean you're telling me if Thanos didn't come down to Earth and snap away half the population, you tell me they made that up? Damn it. Now, what's this anti-snap shelter gonna do? See, I made this whole shelter to protect you from the snap, and now you're telling me this isn't real? Come on.
People are so
yeah. So anyone who's listening to this, movies are not made through there's a lot of a process involved. And if you want to speak of this process before you start crying on Twitter, how about you do some research,
Yeah.
I don't people do research anymore, but like
use your brain.
Or that, yeah.
Use your beautiful brain.
Apparently you have to do work to make a movie, and apparently like half the making of a movie is cutting it down to 2 hours.
Like editing and stuff.
Like apparently making a coherent story in 2 hours is really difficult. It's so much easier to show. Like that's why people are like, oh well, why don't you just let directors make 7-hour movies? First of all, theatrically it doesn't make sense. Budget-wise, doesn't make sense. But also, that's not like if you could show everything of a movie, then there'd be no storytelling of showing. Like the whole concept of a movie is show, don't tell, right?
Yeah.
That's the most effective thing to do. But if you could just show everything, then that principle kind of becomes null because you're showing literally everything.
Yeah.
I think people just need to stop crying on Twitter every time something goes wrong.
No, people just need to stop crying in general.
I feel like people use the pandemic as a way to just complain about their lives on Twitter. I mean,
Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Honestly, that's like the number one place for people to whine about their lives.
But especially recently, like there was just this thing I saw on Twitter which had why is Bol trending?
Red Bull.
No, Bol.
Oh, Bol. Okay. Yeah, what happened to him?
Yeah, this actress talking about how it went on Instagram Live saying people need to be nicer on social media and how they should consider the impact of their words after online comments, and it reduced her to tears.
Who said that? Bol?
No, an actress.
So then why is Bol trending on Twitter?
I think he did something. I think he got minutes.
Damn, and everybody was excited.
I mean, remember when everyone was like, "Oh, he's gonna be great," and then he just doesn't get minutes.
Let's see. Yeah, Bol played 7 minutes. He has 0 points, 0 assists, and 0 rebounds.
Oh, people are making memes of Bol and KD on the court at the same time.
Oh my god.
Did the Nuggets win? Oh, they're winning.
Yeah, by 5 against Brooklyn.
Wait, hold up.
How does
Okay.
Blake Griffin score 20?
On that intense Nuggets defense.
Yeah.
How does Austin Rivers have 12?
Austin Rivers, he's okay. He's a pretty smart basketball player.
How does Marcus Howard have points?
Yeah, who's Marcus Howard?
I've never heard of him until today.
Like, who are you, dude?
But that's what the Nets do.
Oh my god, wait, hold on. Let's see.
The Nets are so. Also, the Golden State Warriors are beating up 106 to
106-67. Dude! Oh my god, this Thunder team is atrocious. Steph Curry has 49.
I think that's their goal.
Lee. This dude, Steph Curry, is ridiculous.
Yeah, apparently he's good at basketball.
That's an understatement.
Apparently, like, he's good at the basketball shooting.
Yeah, it seems like he's a pretty solid hooper.
The Blazers are taking on their energy, still winning games, too.
The Wizards beat the Pacers. It was a battle. Oh my god, it was a battle between Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, and Karis LeVert.
And Domantas Sabonis.
And Domantas Sabonis pulled up a triple-double.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Karis LeVert's been balling ever since he went to Indiana.
Ever since his life was saved by getting traded.
Doug McDermott at 11. Doug McDermott's he's a good shooter.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook had another triple-double, obviously.
Of course. Oh, did you watch the... I'm gonna I found a way. See, did you watch the Pelicans Warriors Marvel game?
A bit of it, only the end.
I watched that entire thing. Let me tell you, mainly because I wasn't gonna watch any. I was gonna watch either regular or on with the Marvel. That was fun. I enjoyed that immensely.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was cheesy because I know it was, but I enjoyed that immensely. It was great.
Let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. And Memphis beat Toronto.
One more loss and we have an O next to our thing.
Kyle Anderson with 16, Jaren Jackson at 20. Ja Morant was pretty bad tonight.
We had 5 players because someone, Malachi Flynn. I didn't watch the game. So. We had like 6 players in double digits.
Yeah.
So, Jalen Harris is nice. Okay. He's LaMelo who? Jalen Harris is clearly the greatest rookie of all time.
Yeah,
Not bad.
Ja Morant was pretty bad tonight.
He's clamped, I'm telling you. Clamped him.
Not the prototypical Ja Morant.
Now, Valanciunas, on the other hand, decided to have 18, 21, and 4 blocks.
To this day, I never understood why the Raptors traded Jonas Valanciunas for Marc Gasol.
Because he helped stop Embiid, right? So to win the championship.
Jonas Valanciunas is doing much better than Marc Gasol
but he's
right
gonna
now.
stop Embiid. Now he is, but then he wasn't. Also, he kept being injured. He was always injured.
Oh, and the Raptors are now 2.5 games behind Chicago.
One more loss or Indiana win, and we have an O next to our name. We're out of the playoff contention completely. So, yay, tank.
Yeah, it looks like you'll get Jalen Suggs or Evan Mobley.
Oh, Cade.
Cade is going to Detroit, Minnesota, or Houston, like one of those places.
Sorry, but I know how much you want them to get. I know how much you want Detroit to get Cade.
No, I don't care if the Pistons get Cade. Like he's
you
just
do
gonna
care.
go to.
I know you care inside.
He could probably go to Oklahoma. Look, he could probably stay in Oklahoma and play for the Thunder.
Coming to Toronto. He's coming to Toronto next season. We're gonna have Fred, Cade, OG, Gary Trent, Siakam, Birch, Gillespie, Flynn, the other dude, and we're gonna win. We're gonna be like we're gonna put the league on notice. I'm telling you, teams are coming to tear things up.
Well, the Raptors have Kem Birch as their center. So what about Evan Mobley now?
Well, I mean, Kem Birch could still be a backup center.
Oh yeah.
Right.
What about Chris Boucher?
Boucher, I forgot about him too. He's there.
Maybe bring in Mobley and keep Birch on the bench, and then Boucher is a starter probably.
No, bench, 6-man.
6-man, and then Evan Mobley at the 5.
5, Siakam at the 4, OG at the 3, Gary Trent at the 2, Fred at the 1.
Well, let's look at the mock draft. Here we go.
We're 7th best odds, I think, right now.
Davion Mitchell.
But the last time but typically, the Hornets jump from like 6 to 2, We can jump.
Here it is.
Next season, when we're healthy, we're gonna be like one of the best teams in the league. Watch. Was there a rookie on our team? Oh, great.
There's who else? There's a bunch of players this coming what's it called, draft. Cade, Evan Mobley, Jalen Suggs, Jalen Green, Jonathan Kuminga, Scotty Barnes, Moses Moody, Keon Johnson, Davion Mitchell, who basically put Baylor on his back, Corey Kispert, Josh Giddey.
Gonzaga on his back until they fell and lost miserably.
Kispert and Suggs and Drew Timme put that entire team on their back. What else?
It's funny how Garza is going to be a
Luka Garza. Who else?
He's not going to go to the second round.
Luka Garza should be at least top 10. He was balling.
But it's going to be because he can't play defense, right? This is like Enes Kanter light.
Yeah.
Which sucks because.
Well, Austin Reeves, he's one hell of a player. Like.
And the thing with the guy, what's his name?
Austin Reeves single-handedly scored 27 on Gonzaga. Like, that kid's a hooper. Who else? Oh yeah, there's Johnny Juzang, who's actually really good. Mac McClung, but Mac McClung, it's not really guaranteed if he's going to the league. R.I.P. Terrence Clark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was going to be such a good player, but sucks.
Oh, we're going to get a Venom update.
Oh, Venom.
We're getting a trailer soon.
What trailer for another Venom movie?
For Venom 2, yeah.
That'll be good. That'll be really good.
April, maybe. That's crazy. Oh yeah, everyone's teasing Venom now.
Yeah.
Venom Let There Be Carnage. So something's coming on Monday.
Oh, on this Monday there will be Carnage trailer coming out?
Yeah.
Jeez, let's go.
Heard it here probably last, but
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be really good.
Monday the 10th, 2 days, which is Monday.
That'll be really good.
Oh no. You know what I don't like? YouTube comments.
Okay.
At the beginning of the season, in my there are people who are talking about, Knicks are gonna be good and Phoenix is gonna be good. The Knicks are good now, by the way. And I was like, you tell me the Knicks and the Hawks are gonna be better than the Raptors? Just give me a break here, and I'm just gonna So we're just gonna that didn't age well. Okay, but COVID and Baines hurt us. Yeah, it's kind of been weird though.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's look at this. Sharif Cooper. Oh, Sharif Cooper. Yeah. Out of Auburn.
Let me talk completely off topic. I didn't know what the topic was. We're on the topic.
Look, Isaiah Jackson. The sad part is, Austin Reeves is gonna go like in the end of what's it called? At the end of the first round because he's a senior.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so he's gonna go to like a contending team. Come on, get Austin Reeves to the Lakers. Do we need a playmaker?
Yes. Wait, whoa. It's 11:50. I didn't even realize the time till like 10 seconds. God. Whoa. This is good. I'm sure people will honestly play it. This is good.
And yeah, that's that.
I think that's it. In terms of I realize there's a little bit of dead air which I'll have to fix at the end when I edit. Cause I'll edit. I edit.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, so thank you all for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you're watching this on YouTube. Comment, watch the other videos because those are all good. Follow us on our social medias. It's all at the bottom of the screen or on the description if you're watching this on YouTube or on the podcast apps. It's in the description. And yeah, that's it.
Yes.
I think we're gonna next week, right?
We'll try. We'll try for it.
Next week.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And that's it, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. So. Okay. I'm gonna turn off this recording.